Toy Story 5 is coming, whether you like it or not. But I, for one, actually, we saw the teaser. It's a very short teaser that gives you some sense of the story. And from the director, I know you have notes for this story, Alan.
Yeah.
It's about they get this box and they open it up. What's the new toy? What's the new toy? And it's a screen. It is effectively an iPad. So it's going to be some kind of commentary on how kids are playing with modern toys and or not. Alan, this story is from Empire Magazine online. Give me the story.
Yes, well, speaking of director Andrew Stanton, he argues that Toy Story 5 isn't a cash grab or an attempt to rewrite the trilogy's perfect ending. It's about responding honestly to how childhood has changed since 1995. Because of this shift, Pixar felt that there were new stories worth telling, not a repeat of the Andy arc. Stan is careful to stress that Toy Story 3 remains the definitive ending of the Andy storyline. 3 was the end of the Andy years. Nobody's being robbed of their trilogy. He emphasized that fans can keep the original trilogy untouched if they want. Toy Story 5 simply explores what happens after, in a world where toys aren't the center of childhood anymore. Tech and screens dominate playtime, and characters must confront their own relevance. Toy Story 5 exists because Pixar feels characters can naturally evolve alongside real-world childhood. The franchise isn't frozen in time. It grows as society grows. You're muted. You're muted.
It's a sad commentary. I mean, one of the things I know we both saw and enjoyed the movie Roofman.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that movie takes place in a Toys R Us, and Toys R Us nationally as a chain store doesn't exist. Now, toys still exist, the toy aisle in Target, and other stores, but you're right. You see it in public all the time. You see kids being babysat by screens in public. If you're going to make some kind of commentary on it, maybe Toy Story is a good place to do that. It's certainly interesting. I cringe when I see young parents out to dinner. They're at a table. They're all together. Not only are the parents on their phones, their young child and or toddler has a screen in front of them, mindlessly watching YouTube for Kids or playing some. It's just, look, I know I sound like old man yells at cloud, but I really, having watched Roofman, those Toys R Us scenes, like I used to go with my kids to Toys R Us, and they were begging me to get stuff. I'd say, you got to earn it. Occasionally they would earn it, and I would break down. But it was, I mean, that whole experience was great. You've got the bike aisles of sports balls, dolls, action figure aisle, the video game section,
the ball cage,
just so much about just going to a Toys R Us was like engaging with all the toys. Obviously, you got to make a choice and or not buy anything, but like that experience has been lost. It's very sad to me. So I don't know if I like the 3 Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 being referred to as the Andy trilogy. It's like referring to the 9 Star Wars films as the Skywalker saga. What are the other movies? What is Solo? What is like Mandalorian and Grogu?
It's an original Star Wars story.
I remember when they were going to call them the Star Wars anthology movies, but then they thought people were too stupid to understand what anthology meant. So they called them Han Solo, a Star Wars story, which it's so generic. Right. I just like a lot of things about the culture have become generic, and corporate and soulless. And I hope that Toy Story 5, look, I don't want some message hammered over my head, but the irony of all of this is that a lot of kids will watch Toy Story 5 on a screen, commenting on screens.
Okay, well, to Andrew Stanton's credit, at least he recognizes the importance and the value and the greatness of the first three movies. Yes. And he is saying it out loud, unlike everyone else in Hollywood who says, no, we are changing the world, we're changing your trilogy. He says, no, you can keep the first three, lock it in your hearts, and that is the Toy Story trilogy that you love. Like Indiana Jones. I've not seen Crystal Skull. I've not seen Dial of Destiny. To me, Indiana Jones is the first three movies, and and it plays here. And again, here's a studio president who acknowledges that and says that you're allowed to embrace the greatness of those three movies, and he's just gonna. We're just going to continue the story, whether you like it or not, or whether you don't need to like them or not. But you still got those three.